I'm Bobbi Rowntree, born medium, and I am live. I'm live a half hour early today. I did put out a video to let people know that I would be a half hour early because they kind of don't give me much notice when I'm going to go live, anyways. So hopefully, people will know to come a half hour early because I'm only going to be on for 1 hour this time. I usually come on and it's an endless thing. I just stay on until I get exhausted. But today I actually I made a promise. I am meeting all right, full disclosure, it's my baby, it's my daughter. But I'm meeting my daughter, so I am only gonna do 1 hour. So hopefully folks will show up and hopefully we'll get lots of stuff done in 1 hour time. So to start, because I'm on my own, it's just me and you right now, while whoever is watching this recorded afterwards, because yeah, it's just me right now. Why did I decide to do this live? Actually, one of the reasons I decided to do this live is because I put out a post on my YouTube channel and someone asked me to go live. And I'm an obedient little puppy dog. And I saw that and went, oh, I better do that then. Because when I go live, when I do this, I'm doing it for you guys because I'm giving free readings, for goodness sakes. So I am doing it for people. I'm doing it for so many reasons. Hello, Julia. I'm doing it. Hello, Superman. I do my lives actually so people can see that psychic energy is real and possibly how it works, because if you've watched my lives before, I do ask a lot of questions. I am also playing with a measuring tape, which I probably shouldn't play with, but I have a tendency to try to play with things. Yeah, I'm a fidgety little person. And I am actually a little person. Okie dokie. So another one of the reasons I decided to go live is because today is the last day of the month. It's the last day of February. Hello, Julie. It has been so long. I missed you as well. Hi, Steve the baker. I never know if you want the anonymity. So, but then you put it up there. So there you are. Okie dokie. Yeah, I am taking questions today. But I'd also actually really, really, really like to talk to you guys about how you're feeling. Because all last night I was feeling very, very, very strange. And all today I have been feeling very anxious. Now, I've been teaching all day, which thank gosh I was teaching today, actually, because if I had to do readings today, I think I would have been I would have had to really work on calming myself down or bringing myself to a point of relaxation, so to speak, because I've been kind of feeling stuff. And what pops in my head is the state of the world. Oh, aren't we all so sick of the state of the world? But, but we can't ignore it, and it's a really, 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 really big part of what is motivating us right now. And I really do think that the state of the world at this point in time is actually reflective of the state of us as humans. Because I actually believe as human beings, we might actually, as a race, by a race, I mean the human race. I think we're going through some changes. I think some things are happening. And I think that, especially today, now, I heard about this, and I don't know if you guys heard about this. And honestly, I am 54 years old. So, when people started talking about planetary alignments with me, I was skeptical. I was like, "What are you guys talking about? Planetary alignments and things like that? I'm not digging what you're putting down." But as I have progressed as a psychic and as things have progressed and changed in the world, I am more and more wondering about planetary alignment. Now, why am I wondering about planetary alignment? That it's not just because tonight, 6 of the planets in our solar system will be visible apparently from the Earth. We will be able to most definitely see 4 of them, and then there's another 2 which we will vaguely be able to see, or different parts of the countries, different parts of the world will be able to see. I'm not quite sure entirely. If you know better, can you please correct me on if I'm saying things incorrectly? But and at one time I would have said, "Oh, that's adorable." I don't think that's going to make any difference psychically or anything like that. But now being faced with so many changes in our world, so many developments. so many developments that are actually shaking our foundation of what we thought we knew and what we have always been told is and what is not. And I know that the political things that are going on are not well, the political things that are going on, in my opinion, are the distractions or the manifestations or the reflections more of what is actually going on inside of us. And I think that we can look at this in a positive way, or we can look at this as the world is ending. Oh my God, we're so bad kind of way, because we actually could look at this in both kind of ways. But if we look at it the positive way, isn't that better? Doesn't that feel better? Doesn't that make us worry less about our children and our grandchildren and those that we know that are most vulnerable below us? Things like that. So I accept the fact this evening that if 6 planets are visible and 6 planets are in alignment, that maybe I should put my ego aside and my I know everythingness aside and pay attention to it and see what it might actually mean to me. Now, having said all that, I'm going to go to Julia's question. Okie dokie. In the context of manifesting the life I want, is there anything I need to focus on to ensure it is truly acts in the service rather than charity? Interesting. My guides have really been trying to get me to pay attention to the two. I think acts of service lead to a life of abundance, whereas charity, maybe not much. Okie dokie. Okay, now I'm going to ask the bigger people than me, but I would agree with you. And I actually even think that you are feeling this assertion at this time, to be perfectly honest. This is a time when we are to look at our worth and what's the word? Okay, yeah. Okie dokie. Okay, so they want me to put it this way, because I am like you. Like, here I am. Actually, am I in service or am I in charity right now? Because I am. I'm giving the cow away. I'm giving the milk away for free. I'm the cow. Yeah, I'm the cow, and I'm giving the milk away for free. I'm doing a free psychic reading. Usually, when I give someone a psychic reading, they give me money in exchange. With this, I believe I'm getting goodwill in exchange. That when I do a live, then the universe sees that as me giving of myself, and so they pay me because of the way that I did it. So, okie dokie, it's all in the way you look at things. That's how they want me to put it to you. Now, also, though, I know you and I know what you're going to do. And golly sakes. Yeah, yeah. You don't want to Kmart yourself, because it's an easy thing to do, because you know the what you have is something that people need. You know that you provide something people need. So I know you, and I know that you would not want to only provide the services and the things that you are giving to the people who can monetarily afford it. But at the same time, if you figure out a way to allow people to make use of you and thus keep yourself completely and absolutely in balance, that might be what you want to do. Because every time that I have given myself, I used to give myself at my children's school because it was a private school that my children went to because my aunt was the head. That it was a private school, so they would have to fundraise all the time, and we would have a fundraising gala, and I would give myself as part of the fundraising gala. I would do readings the whole darn day for free. Well, not for free. The money I would get, I would give directly back to the school. Directly. I didn't take anything whatsoever. The last time I did it, during their auction, I won a pair of diamond earrings, which I still have not taken out of the box. Uh, as I was driving home, the people in front of me actually paid for my children's food in the Tim Hortons drive-through, because my kids were big bagel fans back then. And then while we were standing in Walmart, a man walked right up to me and said, "Please accept this as my tithing." And he handed me an envelope, and there was a $50 bill inside the envelope. That was that day. And I knew, oh, they've paid me. They made me know. They paid me with diamond earrings, food for my children, and $50 from a guy who needed to give me $50 because his tithing was his due that he was paying for his spirituality. Yeah. So, Julia, if you feel you are in charity, you will be in charity. If you feel that you are in service, you will be in service. And um, you will have a life of abundance regardless because you're going to bring so much light into people's lives that they're just going to give you stuff. It's just going to happen. And I do see people paying you with chickens. but I actually see barter and trade coming back into our society. So what do I know, right? Okie dokie. Now, okay. Now, Mr. Superman, I hope that helps, Julia. And if you would like more clarification, you just write on back to me because there's only 3 of us on right now. So you guys use the heck out of me all you want. Okie dokie. Oh, I got to set my timer. I have to set my timer because I will get out of control and I will just keep going. And then I will completely miss the fact that I was supposed to go and be with my child. Okie dokie. And not that I don't love being with you guys. I love being with you guys, but I really, 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 really like the people I gave birth to. So I love spending time with them, and any opportunity I can, I do. Alrighty, even though they're adults now. Now, by feeling nervous because I have something big on March 31st. So a little nervous about the travel to BC. Okie dokie. Yeah, nervous and excited are 2 different things. March 27th and arriving on March 31st. Interesting. Now, okie dokie. You guys won't be alone when you're traveling. And I don't know if that means that you actually are going to be like with a whole group of people who are helping you move, or if actually this is sanctioned by people on the other side. And I do see something related to your mommy. Um, Also, it's the journey. They want you to look at where you want to stop on your way. Only because why do they need to look at where they want to stop on their way? Okay, because they're gathering information. Because I don't know when you're going to make this trip ever again. That's actually why. And I don't I hesitated to say that because I didn't want to make a definite decision for you in your life or freak out, actually, or freak out your partner, to be perfectly honest. But it might be a while before you do it again. So they show you making stops in certain places so that it's part of the journey forward because this is a new clean slate for you guys. This is absolutely a clean slate. It's almost like you have to drive through salt just to get here, just to clean it all up. And yeah. This is no offense to Ontario, but don't bring Ontario with you. That's what I'm supposed to say to you. Julia has always wanted chickens. Okie dokie, Steve. I will call you Steve. Hello, Amanda. Happy belated birthday to you. You just had a birthday, and I hope it was a wonderful time. And I do believe that I instructed was the word I was about to say. I told you to make the whole week your birthday, and I really, really hope you did. And I really, really, really hope you bought yourself a birthday present. I am a big proponent of buying your own birthday present. Someone very, very, very close to me recently told me that due to their age, they don't care about their birthday anymore. They barely celebrate it. It's just another day that goes by. And I said, oh my gosh, I take like a whole week. I buy myself a present. I get myself all prepared. I treat me. I think it's wonderful, my birthday. So yeah, yeah. Is anybody else out there not celebrate their birthday because they just don't like the fact that the more and more years are getting tacked onto it? Do you want some snow for some chickens? I don't think Julia wants some snow for some chickens because she's an island person. And she is actually from Ontario, Steve. You guys could Ontario talk to each other. Hello, Blair. How are you? Blessings to you. I actually got a notification about you just before I came on. And it was, Blair, I sent you messages. Look at them, woman. It wasn't worded that way, but wouldn't it be fun if they worded it that way? If they say, hey, no, something like that. Well, that'd be insulting. But anywho, yes, I did. Thank you, Blair. Okay, now, anyone have anything that they have seen, here, heard, or know about this planetary alignment? Do you believe in planetary alignments? Do you actually think they affect us? Hello, Jessica, Jessamika. That's neat, Jessamika. Nice to catch you live for the first time in so long. It's nice to be caught. Yeah, because I'm not as consistent about my lives. And there's several different reasons why I am not consistent about the lives. One, sometimes I actually get very overloaded. If I have 3 readings in a day and then try to go live later that day, it's a lot for me. It's like running a marathon, then after that, doing 100 jumping jacks. It's a lot. Or burpees. My brain just said burpees. And if you know what burpees are, yikes, right? My Kung Fu Sifu used to start burpees. And we'd all go, oh, because they're hard. Anywho, so that's why I don't go live as consistently. 2, I have trouble being consistent. I really, really do, because everything that I do is so based on feelings and such. Also, I have family and they really require a lot of my time. And I love that, because that means they want to spend time with me. And I have no problem with that, because I want to spend time with them. So that is another reason. And you probably all saw it on Facebook. A couple Saturdays ago, I had a big reunion with all my Earls folks. So yeah, we have reunions of people who used to work at a restaurant, because we were kind of each other's family at the time, because so many of us were in college and it was our first time out and about. And yeah, we're there. It's old home when I see those people. I love the heck out of all of them. Anywho, and there are some that haven't made it to reunions yet, which I'm saying it out loud here so that you guys start coming to our reunions, because yeah, because it's awesome to reconnect. Isn't it awesome to reconnect? Okie dokie. Now, Amanda. Hi, Bobbi. Yes, birthday dinner right now. Oh, awesome. Working on a tattoo to get. I always get myself something. Awesome. I want to know what the tattoo you get is. And yeah. And what do you base your tattoos on? I only have tattoos based on my children. I have this one, which is my first child. They get to tattoo me when they graduate high school. They get one, I get one, the exact same spot. My other one is written on the back of my leg, and I'm not going to lift my. I could though, if I wanted to, I could. So, hello, Pamela. Hi, Bobbi. Good to see you. So he is waiting for a surgery. Yikes! It's been 3 months, and the wait is affecting his mental health. When do you see this happening? Sooner rather than later was the immediate thing I heard. I actually even saw that he's like 3rd on some sort of list, and they show him getting moved up. And it could be due, not because the person right above him crossed over or anything like that. And I'm supposed to say that to you so you don't put that fear factor inside your brain. But he gets moved up to having to do with DNA. I'm not sure what, yeah, I have no idea what that means, because I don't think he's waiting for somebody to donate an organ or anything. Like, I'm not sure what it is, but there's something with his DNA that makes it so he can move up. And it could even be having to do with his health at this point. Yeah. Anywho, also my granddaughter is having trouble conceiving. What do you see for the situation? Time. Only time will tell is actually how I'm seeing it. And I'm also seeing, when I wanted to get pregnant with my first child, every time I went to the bathroom, and if I saw blood in my underwear, I would cry. And that's what I'm seeing. So I am actually seeing underwear without blood on it. I know. That's gross and graphic, Bobbi, but it's what I see. So I got to say what I see. Yeah, it's a time thing. It's only time now. And there's another thing about when I was trying to get pregnant, I was not yet married. And that has absolutely nothing to do with morality, ethics, all that kind of stuff. This has more probably to do with the settling of the mother. Okay, now I can do this. That sort of idea. That's what I'm seeing going on with her, having to do with an inability to um ignite the uterus, is what I heard. Ignite the uterus. That's a lot, eh? Okie dokie. Now, I am looking forward to going out tonight and looking up, according to my guides, this is a powerful manifesting time. I agree. So I'll be out there framing about what that home and dream life in Courtney Comox. Yes. Yes. Well, you be careful, because you might end up in Cumberland, because that's always where I see you. But at least Cumberland's only 10 minutes away from my home right now. So now I'm in Courtney. It is okie dokie. You actually might want to dress in the clothes that you expect to be in within your manifestation. You might want to, like, yeah, they show you dressed up like a doctor, like the doctors from Flintstones, where they'd have the thing around their head and the thing, the what the heck was that, Julia? That light so they could see into people or something? I don't know. You would know. So they're showing you that. And it's interesting too, because your garb, your clothing, garb, actually reminds me of Sigmund Freud. How? I don't know. But you look like you're dressed up in men's clothes that don't quite fit you. So, yeah, because you are not just going to be a medical doctor for them, and I know that won't be the title, but still, that's what you will be. You will also be a psychology, philosophy, all those sorts of things. You are going to be that person where they tell you the ailment, and then you say, okay, well, how is your home life going right now? Something like that. That's you. So yeah, that I think that's why you're dressed like Sigmund Freud. Okie dokie. Yeah, that dress for the job you want thing. And will your family be out there with you? Because I think it's a really good idea. They do. Oh, you know what it is? It's Doctor Who. It's your Doctor Who outfit. That's what I saw. That's it. Yeah. It could be that, or it could just change. Because I know that you went to a Doctor Who convention, because we are Facebook buddies. So I hope that helps. And yeah, you might want to think about what the house looks like and what you can see from the house that they're telling. It makes it a more solid reality. Yeah, and there are certain things. Hello, Carrie. There are certain things that you have built into your house that you want to see transferred over to that house. And do you want your office at your house? Because that's what I'm seeing right now. Okie dokie. I hope that helps. Oh, good day, everyone, and Bobbi. Well done, Becky Dawn. I have been leaning on the winter season and going within. Me too. On a deep healing journey these past 7 years. Yes, you have. I'm at a place where I'm getting to be friends with my inner 5-year-old. Oh, awesome. It's been fun, slow and steady. Trust I'm in a place. Okay, this won't tell me everything. In a place where I am getting to be friends with my inner child. It's been fun, slow and steady. Trust I'm in a place where I let go of lots and leaning onto the universe, trusting where it will take me. Any insight on my next phase of spiritual human experience? Excellent. You are like right on the money with what we're doing right now, this hibernation moment. Yeah, you're gearing up. They actually show you, I don't know if you watch baseball, but when the batter comes up, they'll bing, bing, the bat on the ground. That is just like a slight preparation. It really doesn't do anything, but it prepares the batter's brain for the fact that this is going to come up and be ready. It's almost like, yeah, it's the weirdest thing, but most batters do it. And I used to be in softball, and we the home base and then put that back there. So that's what you're tapping your home base right now. That's what they tell me that you're doing. You're getting ready to be at that. You also might want to start looking into higher concepts having to do with the universe, spirituality. Yeah, they show me things. They say galactic exploration, but I'm also seeing sacred geometry within there. I am seeing, yeah, okay. So my brain goes right into Gnosticism, and that's where I have gone with my deep dive into the pleroma. So there's something to do with the pleroma. The pleroma are the beings that within the Gnostic faith we are derived from some way, somehow, to a certain extent, because that's where Yahweh is created by Sophia within the pleroma, but actually outside the pleroma. That's why they didn't have the protection of all the other gods and goddesses. And that is why Yahweh thought he was the only God. That's Gnosticism. And I'm supposed to point you that kind of way. And please think of it this way. You do not have to look into the things that I just named. The things that I just named are higher concepts having to do with spirituality that go into intellectualism and other sorts of ideas that cement spirituality with physical world sort of things, but also expands our ideas of who and what we actually might be. So that's actually where they want you to go next, but you need strings with it. It can't be I'm a YouTuber that I downloaded this and this YouTube video and I don't quite understand things and this is it has to land. It has to have some sort of sense of logic and earthliness somewhat to you. So they show all the strings. And there are some people from the other side that are family members for you that I am seeing and hearing and blah, 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 blah. They want you to know to use them, which I totally get. I use my dad all the time because he was my dad. And when he says, yes, that's real, then I know for certain it's real. And I know that sounds silly coming from a medium, but but a lot of things go through my head. And to be perfectly honest, some of the stuff that can run through our heads isn't always from the divine. It can be from other places. And it can also root through your own anxiety or paranoia. So double checking with people who are part of the divine, part of the other side, people you know you can trust that are of people of light. I find that very, very helpful. And to me, it makes sense for you because they show you need that root link. I just asked them, are you talking about root links? Because she actually needs to start looking at her chakra system. And yes, to a certain extent, that's funny. They actually go right from chakras to Kundalini, which is kind of cart before the horse. It's the snake before the cart, really. But okie dokie. Yeah, apparently that's the way you do it. You go to the tip of the pyramid and then you work your way down, and that's how you figure things out. So go to your tip of the pyramid. But yeah, start to expand your outside knowledge that helps you to validate your inside knowledge. Yeah, and you are hearing what you're hearing. I'm supposed to tell you that. Okie dokie. That's funny. I told my son last night to bug you today. He has a special word. Has supposed. Oh, he's supposed to get you to say my tattoos are mostly spiritual and for my kids. This one, my oldest daughter, will be doing for me. She's learning to tattoo. Really? Oh, tattoo artists blow my mind. Yeah, I watch Ink Masters. Like, wow. And some of the ink that comes in here that people have on them. My daughter has a beautiful sleeve. Thank you, Amanda. So, yeah, that's an awesome thing. Okay, now I also hear from your son that he's going to pepper that word throughout this life. That's actually what I hear him doing. He's going to actually keep on telling you all the way through because he knows what to do and he knows that you know what to do because he does it to you like in the mall. He does it to you or when you're out in public. He'll say, pay attention to this, and boom, there it'll be. So yeah. Okay, so pay attention to what I say to other people. That's kind of funny. Okie dokie. Sorry, Amanda. I hope that, yeah. Yeah. Okie dokie. No, we are sure about this trip. Oh, I know you're sure. I absolutely know you're sure. Because even when you're sure about a change that you are making, there are certain parts of your psyche, there are certain parts of you that need to be cleared. They need to completely be put on board in a way. Yeah, that's really strange. Okay. So the example they give me is if I'm going for a run, my brain wants to go for a run, but my calves aren't aware of that that's what my brain wants to do. So I have to stretch my calves so that they're aware of what the queen up here is trying to do. We actually call it the king in yoga, but I'm sick of that. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, that's the clearing part is letting go of where you are, shedding the skin. Because this is a very big thing for her. That's it's your spouse that I see that's need for the cleansing because this might be the first time yeah. I almost also too when you do land here she might want to do some stuff for grounding so that she's grounded and she's here. And yeah, because it's going to be a really different energy for her. Really, really different. Yeah. And actually, well, the thing that they're showing me as the example is I have a cousin from Winnipeg. And when she visits here, she actually feels claustrophobic. She feels like everything's coming in on her all the time because she's from Winnipeg. She is used to seeing for miles and miles and miles and miles and miles. You do not do that here. You can't really see past a block here. Sorry, I've been teaching all day, so I haven't eaten. This is my lunch. This is always my lunch. I have a liquid lunch. It is not a weight loss thing. It's nothing like that. It's that my body only takes in so much solid food. So I liquefy. I have an English degree. Anyway, okie dokie. Ah, yes, this is true. We know this is true. Oh, okie dokie. Okay, I'm going to go to you first, Julia, and then you, Blair. Okie dokie. Awesome. The 13 Doctor Who it is. Ah, okay. I want my coffee in and out building on a rural property. I want my office in and out building on a rural. That's exactly what I saw. I saw it like it's either a carriage house that's on the property or a garage that has been conformed is the word I got. Conformed, renovated might be the better word, but yeah, that's exactly what I saw. And prove me wrong because I always see it in Cumberland. Always keep seeing it in Cumberland. And actually, there's a road that leads to the lake, Cumberland Lake. Help me out, island people. And that's where it is that I see you because that's where the bike trails are. So that could be why it's the bike trails. It doesn't mean that that has to be where you live. But yeah, I could be wrong. I'm not always right. And I'm human. Okie dokie. Now, this is true. Blair, I have done a video with Blair. If anyone is interested, I have done, I think I moved it into 3 different videos and there is still footage because we talked for, I think, 2 to 3 hours straight. It was so incredibly interesting. Blair is a very interesting man. And yes, he healed his cancer by falling in love with it. That is an awesome way of putting things, Blair. Are people ready to hear my story and why? Yes, I really do think that people are ready to hear your story. And if you want to hear Blair's story, it is on my YouTube channel. It is from Soldier to Healer, I believe is what I have named it. I'm pretty darn sure. Yeah, the first one, a lot of people saw. The second one, I think people thought it might have been the same video, but it's a continuation of both because not only has Blair healed himself from cancer, but there are many other aspects that have gone with it and that have aided him in being able to do so. So yeah, and I try to encapsulate it so it doesn't take up too much of your day because I know people. Yeah. Anyway, okie dokie. So okie dokie. Now, Doctor Who, very cool. I knew you would like the Doctor Who reference, Steve. Every time I see a TARDIS, I think of you. Okie dokie. Haley Christmas. Isn't that the coolest name, guys? Hi, Bobbi. Anything coming through for me today? Feeling very emotional and reactive. Why are they trying to tell me? I know you mean what? Okay, me too. I actually think you're feeling the energy of the place because I started feeling that last night and I started to become a little bit nervous because it felt bigger than me. It felt, I have to be honest, it felt global. Felt absolutely global. And I went to bed feeling like this. And when I woke up, I looked at my phone as soon as I woke up. Silly me, right? Don't do that. Keep that stupid thing over there and get up and relax and drink a massive glass of water, make your bed, get your order for the day, then pick up your silly phone. Anywho, I picked up my phone right away and saw that, well, a war was pretty much started last night. And I thought, oh my gosh, I think that's it. But now I've come to find out that that's not it. It's the energy that caused that. I think we're about to go through a big upheaval. I think it's going to be more than physical. I think it's going to be very energetic. And I'm dang looking forward to it, aren't you? For goodness sakes, the last 5 years have been a slug. Have been such a slug. So yeah, I agree. And is this me or is this them? Is this me or is this them? That's actually what I'm supposed to give to you, Haley, that's what they want you to. And they actually want you to secure things in a way, like you count your kids, you make sure this is here, you got this, you got that, your husband's good, everything's good. Okie dokie, it's not them. And I'm seeing you meditating on a big platform that's a bunch of rocks. And I know that you live on such a beautiful island. It kind of is like a bluff that overlooks the water. And I really think that when you meditate, you just need to say to them, tell me. Oh, what are they trying to tell me? It's funny. Yeah. So ask. Yeah. And give it to me like I'm stupid is one of my favorite things to say to them. Okie dokie. I'm trying to burn through because I got 23 more minutes. Oh my gosh. Okie dokie. And I have to stick to it. Dadgummit. Okie dokie. Okay. Huh. Okie dokie. They want you to hold on tight and pay attention to you. I actually even see you holding a heart in your hands and you give it to you. I actually think you've been holding it for another. I know that you've been holding it for another, or you're holding it in place or something like that. Give it to you, please. One of the things, and this is one of the things actually when people come to me and they want to find a love, or they're trying to manifest or something like that, or with, when am I going to find that person, that person that fills everything, blah, 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 all that, you know the story, you know the diatribe, you've said it, you've seen your friends say it. We are obsessed with it. We all watch Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, Snow White. Someday my prince will come, that kind of stuff. We are obsessed with that. And that's fine. That's wonderful. But the big thing that they don't show you in the Disney movies, well, maybe a little bit with the Cinderella, she fixes up her own house and then everything gets better. Give yourself the love. People are actually attracted to people who love themselves because they can feel it and they want to be part of that. So if you want to bring love to you, eat it up. Bring it to you first. You actually show the universe how you want to be treated. So I hope that makes sense. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you for coming to the class today. We had so much fun. We had a psychic. Okay, first, I taught meditation. And we had ever so much fun. We had a meditation discussion group. So we meditate and then we discuss what we see and we talk about these sorts of things and how our meditation felt and how it went. And then in the psychic discussion group that follows an hour later, half hour later, meditations at 11 o'clock till 12:30, and then 1 o'clock to 2:30 is psychic discussion group where we will meditate because you got to meditate before you do some psychic energy. And then we tried some psychic things and did some psychic exercises because what we're trying to figure out first and foremost is, what are we? Are we clairvoyant? Are we clairsentient? Are we clairaudient? Are we claircognizant? All those sorts of things. What we're trying to do together. And because I don't want to say what I'm teaching them, because it's very, very, very much a group effort. Very much. When I teach yoga, yeah, I'm teaching. But when I'm doing this is much more palpable. This is much more different people, different ways, that sort of idea. And I rely on the knowledge of the other women who are in the room because I don't know everything. Odd, but true. I don't know everything. And there are references. Like we had a young lady who was part of the group. I won't say your name. It's on the tip of my tongue. She was very, very versed in the tarot. So when we did a playing card thing, and when a playing card would come up, she could actually refer to the tarot because she had them in her head. And I honestly think people who do not have to look up the tarot cards are meant to read tarot. Yeah, I didn't say that to you when you were here. I know you're not watching because I don't see your name on here, but Ruth. Yeah, I truly believe that because I love the tarot. I have so much fun reading my own tarot, but I can never ever I can't. Oh, see, maybe I'm giving myself my own prophecy, but I find it more difficult to memorize what each card means. I am such a I'm such an example of ADHD. Which is true. Come on, look at me. Goodness gracious. Okie dokie, Ruth. So what kind of job do I end up getting with my leg being the way it is? Do I have to continue to drop what I'm going to do, or do I have a new career? I actually hear both. I hear that you pivot in your career. One of the things I'm seeing, when I see that someone is possibly going to be staying in what they're doing, but move the location in which they're doing, I will see someone go up two flights of stairs. Is it a flight or is it just a step? Two steps of stairs, a whole flight. That's the whole thing, right? So two steps of stairs. Because the first time I ever saw it, I was reading a grade one teacher who had just been offered a grade three class. So I started going up two. So now that is set in my head that when they show me that's what that means. See, that's part of the whole psychic energy thing too. It's like there are certain symbols in my head that I have adhered to. So the universe, the dead, the spirit guides, the angels, all the powers that be will use those things to communicate these ideas to me because it's a set pattern in my head, which is the same reiteration of the tarot, in my opinion. So this is what I see with you, Ruth. I also, they show you doing this. So it looks like, yeah, it looks like you try to move yourself up within this. I also think you might want to look at government help with this. Something like a retraining program or something like that, or possibly even something that helps you with your income while you are making this small transition. But it's all for a reason for you. Is it your left leg? I don't know why that has any significance. Well, it kind of does a little bit. But it could also be, yeah, okay. They're showing me falling on my tailbone. I fell on my tailbone while I was a waitress. And I was a good waitress. I was a very, very good waitress. I would sing to my tables. I was very, yeah. And then they broke my tailbone. I would not have left waitressing if I hadn't had my tailbone broken. I even got my degree and stayed in waitressing because I did well in it. I financially did well. I loved the people. I loved the fact that it was always changing. And the people who work in restaurants are some of the coolest people on the planet. Like they really are some of the coolest people on the planet, people who work in restaurants. So I would have stayed if they had knocked me on my tuchus, broken my tailbone. That started my Kundalini energy moving. And you know what happened after that. So, because this is what I was supposed to do, not waitress. So I actually think it's something like that with you. I think that they have, because they show it to me as though it is your left leg. I do not know that it is your left leg, but they show it to me as though it is your left leg. I think to get me to the idea of not moving forward, because that is the symbol of the left leg for me. Is if your left leg is stagnant or something's going on, you are not taking that step that you need to take. So I would look at this as an opportunity. And if it is a new career, it is somewhat adjacent to what you're already doing. It's not, oh no, I got to start something completely new. And there's something about it's more rewarding. It's better with your heart, all these sorts of things. So please look at it as a positive because they're really, really trying to drill this is a positive at you. And you can do this. There's something about education and difficulties with education. It might be a learning disability thing, but they show checks and balances. So there's something that will balance that out for you. So I hope that makes sense to you, Ruth. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. So I'm back on the planets because I've run out of people. Okie dokie. So I have 15 more minutes with you, which I totally understand is why some people are just dropping off. I totally get it. Yeah, it's only 15 more minutes. I wanted to ask her a question. I'm going to come back. I am going to come back possibly next Saturday. Making that promise without knowing I can make that promise. I will let you know. I will let you know days before. And if you would like, I know everyone likes when I do the lives to do the psychic readings. That makes total sense. I totally understand. But if you like themes, because there's a lot of stuff going on right now. And right now, my theme right now is this something we should be paying attention to? Are the planets aligning actually what people say the planets aligning are? Is it, oh, you're welcome, Ruth. Is it something that, yeah, okay, let's say it is. Let's just decide that tonight is a magical night. And even if it's not, who cares? Let's decide it is. And let's all, you don't have to go outside. It might be better if you do. It might be better if you go outside and stand by a fire and then write a wish down and let it go into the fire. but not everyone's going to be able to have a fire. Maybe you live in the city limits and you can't have fires. Or, oh, a candle will do. A candle in a metal bowl. That's what I was told. I use candles in metal bowls all the time for that sort of thing. You write down a wish, you burn it, and ask that they take it and they make that wish come true. Let's all do that tonight. And in fact, actually, if I could get you guys to make a wish for you, that's awesome. Make a wish for your career, make a wish for your children, make a wish for your love life, make a wish for your health, make a wish for you. But then tack on a wish for the rest of us. Tack on a wish for humanity. What would you like for humanity? If everything I hear is correct, and because usually when they tell me big changes are coming, this is coming, that is coming, it actually comes, they yell like a lion, it comes in like a lamb. It actually will be, because most energy things are that. It's really not like bewitched and charmed and all that sort of stuff. I wish it was. Wouldn't that be so much more fun? But it's not. So it might be subtle. And it might be that this planetary alignment is our opportunity to say, yeah, we don't like the way it's been going. We would like it to go differently. Wouldn't it be awesome if every human being on the planet had enough food? And it's possible. It is absolutely possible. Wouldn't it be awesome if every human being on the planet felt safe? Oh my God. That's so sad that seems an impossibility. Wouldn't it be nice if every human being on the planet smiled at exactly the same time? That would be crazy. Because I know when I put out a smiling post, every now and again, I put out a post, just me smiling. It always gets a ton of reactions. And it's because people like to see smiles. They really, really do. People like to see happiness. They prefer to see happiness. They expect to see sadness. They expect to see desperation. So that is why we see it. We actually think that happiness is fleeting. We even say it. Bad things come in threes, things like that. Change the narrative. Change your narrative this evening. Go on out there. They tell me to tell you to pick a planet to love. I have no idea. You might want to pick a planet based on your astrological sign. And I know precious little about astrological signs. Ashamedly so, because I actually have a doctor of astrology in my family, but I know precious little. So I know where they are. I know which ones they are, and I know their symbols. I have many things that show their symbols. I do not know which planet coincides with each sign. I do not know if you, I do not know sun to moon to things like that. I do not know that. And full disclosure, I do not know this. But the people that talk in my head do know it. They know everything. So if they tell me to tell you to look at the adjacent moon to your sun, to your sign, if they tell you okie dokie, like I'm a Virgo, so I'm going to go out there and say, hey Mercury, what's going on? Because that is my planet. I know that one. Yeah, if Mars is your planet, you go out there and say, okay, Mars, why is Mars my planet? Why was I born under Mars? What could I ask for from Mars? Things like that. And I know it sounds kind of silly and I know it sounds a little bit weird, but I just don't care anymore. Be silly, be weird, have a wonderful time, believe in magic. Because if all of us collect, oh yeah, okie dokie. If people didn't say, I believe in fairies, Tinkerbell would die. Believe in fairies. Listen to Peter Pan, even though the whole story is kind of terrifying a little bit. I'm gonna take my daughter Jane to the ocean and do a little manifesting. What a perfect place to do it. Ooh, I have an idea for you guys. It's actually a meditation that I teach people. I take them out to the ocean, tell them to pick up a stick, and they write something they want to rid themselves off of in the shore. And then they watch the waves take it away. You are not allowed to write a political party leader. I'll tell you that. And the only reason I think that came up is because we know each other. But that's what they want you to do based on your personal power. It even might be a trouble. I actually think she needs to do it. I think she definitely needs to do it. I also, okie dokie, please put hematite or obsidian or jet or interesting, I saw jet, eh? Something like or tourmaline in her pockets. I would even weigh her down like she's Ophelia, but don't weigh her down like she's Ophelia. Good golly, what a terrible reference, right? Does anyone know the reference of Ophelia and the rocks in her pocket? That's how she killed herself. Okay. Played her once. So yeah, don't do that. But they show you putting all the rocks in her pockets so that she is grounded during this time because I believe she's only 15 at this point. I'm seeing 15. And it's her brain development and her psychic development are on two different levels at this point. And sometimes when we are teenagers and we open up too quickly, especially when we're little kids, because little kids, everything's a possibility. So it makes it very, very, very difficult to keep yourself grounded and to know what is real and what is fantasy and what is manifestation and what is illusion because a blocked third eye will give you delusion or illusion. It will not show you the reality. And if you aren't full grown, I can't, like your frontal lobe isn't full grown. So, how is your third eye? That's my opinion as a child of psychicness. I grew up. I have always talked to the dead. And it was very, very, very difficult. But I believe that I was very lucky that I was born into a family of atheist parents because even though my grandmother jumped into my body and spoke to them, they still didn't treat it as though, woo woo, our daughter is psychic, look at her go, or anything like that. It was not presented to me like that until I was 16 years old. And then I was like, oh, for Christmas sakes, now everything makes so much more sense. But not knowing for that time, I think was probably better for me rather than it may have helped me with my depression at 13. But anyway, I really, 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 really think that psychic energy is an adult concept just because being a kid, you should just be a kid and you already are psychic. You just know it. Adults have to reach for it. Yeah, they're comparing it to drinking as a child and drinking as an adult because really you're looking for the same results. But if you drink as a child, you really make much more of a mess of yourself. When you drink as an adult, yeah, you make a mess of yourself, but you're just becoming childish. I hope that makes sense. I know you have all those crystals. If anyone knows who Carrie is, they know she has all those crystals because she's Carrie the Crystal Lady. She has all those crystals and she knows what each of those crystals does. Okie dokie. Now, okie doke. Now, does anyone, this is funny, have any more questions? That's funny because that is actually how I end my readings. I say, do you have any questions? And then I get shown the question. I actually should get shown the answer and I wait to see if they're going to ask the question of the answer that I was just shown. But yeah, because I don't want to close off and leave anyone who is still on wondering about anything at all. So I have 8 more minutes. I have 5. Let's say 8, 5-ish, 8-ish. Yeah, it depends on if you guys even ask any questions. And if you don't, if we're done with questions, then I will continue with my about the planet aligning thing. Okie dokie. Now, okie dokie. Okay, across the board as well. If you're not going to make a wish, if you're not going to make a manifestation, could you please tonight do something marvelous for yourself? Do something that serves you. I'm actually seeing people get into nice hot tubs. Not hot tubs, but if the hot tub's your thing, yeah, I meant like a warm bath. Eh, huh. Some people, I'm seeing them eat foods that make them happy, like Last Supper kind of foods. Oh, golly, don't like that. But think about it in this kind of way, because this is the way it is bothering me so much. Right now, there is a country that is being bombed by another country simply for the fact of where it is, simply for the fact of I'm going to get into too many politics if I say, and so I think about that. And I think about how easy it is here, how different it is for so many other people. Actually, really, so few. Say a little something for those people, please. For I saw a video of a woman who went out to get her kids food and came back and her house was gone. Sorry. So, and right now, I think it would be a really, really great idea if we all collectively thought about that or thought about that not being a thing. Because there are certain things that happen in certain countries just to people that we can't imagine. We can't even fathom it because we're so cushioned. So I do believe that as the cushioned people, as the people who are living in the lap of luxury, and we are, we have roofs over our head, we have food in our fridges, we are living in the lap of luxury. We have locks on our doors. I think it's up to us, it behooves us to share that, to send out positive information to other people, because I really do believe that that is short of sending donations and things, and you don't even know where those would go. I think that's one of the best things you can do is to visualize it and give them all the love that you can possibly give them. Give it to all the people in all the war-torn places, all the places where moms are so worried about their babies. Dads are worried about their babies too. I apologize. Yeah, give a little love, please, tonight. I apologize for how emotional I am getting, and I apologize for how emotional I did get. But this really is hitting me. I'd like to thank everybody who came on today, and I will be back. I will in all likelihood be back in a week, and if I'm not back in 1 week, I'll be back in 2. And I have a list of folks that I'm going to be doing lives with, and I'll be coming back with many different guests for the next little while because I really love having a guest. I love discussing psychic energy with different folks, and I especially love discussing psychic energy with people who are coming at it from an intellectual standpoint because I'm not. So, okie dokie. I hope you all have a marvelous. Thank you, Julia. Yeah, it was a oof moment, wasn't it? Yeah. Whew. Sorry, guys. I do apologize. Okie dokie. Thank you, everyone, for showing up today. And I do apologize for only being an hour today, but leave them wanting more. I'm being George Costanza. Go on the high. That was kind of a low to go out on. I know. I'm sorry. Okie dokie. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I hope you all actually experience something during the planetary alignment. I hope I do too. I will be thinking of you, and I'll be sending love out to you guys as well. I'll be sending it all over the star and planet. I'm actually going to use the net that covers the whole planet, clip into that, and send that everywhere. Because it needs to go everywhere. Wouldn't it be awesome if we could change the world? Thank you, everyone. Namaste. Oh, there's my alarm.